Hey everybody, this is Frilioth and welcome to another Let's Play Minecraft video on the Frilcraft server. You left me the other day just about to start building the Wild West Church, so I think we'll start off by going and doing that today, first thing. I seem to have got myself a bit of an entourage, I'm not quite sure why, but there you go. Now I've moved my beacon was there, I've moved it up a little bit so it's out of the way. So I still get the effect. It's a jump 2 effect I think I've put on it. Yeah, can't beat building with a bit of jump. I've also got myself another golem down here because I seem to have had a few zombies spawn down here. I'm not quite sure where they came from. I thought I'd got this place lit up, but clearly I haven't. And why do mobs like standing on things? No idea. No idea. So anyway, let's go through to the other side. Where we're going to build it. Now, as I say, I've got an idea, but I'm not a builder. By no means am I a builder, so this is probably going to be painful. But I want it to be about 7 blocks wide by, I don't know, 14 or 15 blocks long, so let's dig that out to start with. Is that long enough? Maybe a little bit longer. Is 7 going to be wide enough? And it's only a little village church, really. Shall we go 2 more? Is that going to be too wide? It's going to be too wide, isn't it? Let's stop second guessing yourself, Phil. Stick to that wide and see how it goes. So let me put a base down. I'm going to put a base down of cobblestone because we're not short of a bit of stone around here. So I think the builders around here should be able to build in cobblestone and not just wood. And I'll be back here when I've got the foundations in. Right, so I've put the frame down. I've put the base down, which I think is going to be big enough. It's going to be big enough for the time being. I've started putting the walls up, and I've realised that the ceiling to the cave is nowhere near high enough. So I think I'm pretty safe. I'm pretty sure that nothing is above me here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig upwards. I'm going to pillar up, and I'm going to dig into the ceiling by, I don't know, 3 blocks. Dig all the way along here to 140. Remember this, 1450. I'm going to pack it with TNT, and I'm going to blow it up, and we're going to make a bit of space above us. So that'll be good fun, if nothing else, won't it? So I've got my TNT. Let me get my block just to pillar up to start with. So what do we say, 1450? I'll dig across to 1450 and then I'll bring you back in. Right, so I've dug to 1450 down that way and I've put in a line of TNT. Now hopefully that should be enough to blow the ceiling out. Uh-oh. Okay, a little bit fell down. Never mind. That'll do. We're going to get mobs up there. Look at that. One piece of TNT fell down and kablooey. I enjoyed that. That was good fun. Right, let me clear this up and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I've been up there and I've lit it up a little bit. Hopefully that'll stop mobs from falling down on me while I'm working. So we've done I think we're going to stick with this. I'm as happy as I'm going to be. Five high. So we'll do some posts around the outside, because that's what you did do, isn't it? They'd stick posts in the ground to start with. And then let's grab some of these. Don't need those spruce ones for the minute. I'm completely filling the outside with planks. I'm probably going to be, well, obviously I'm going to be putting windows in it later, but I'll worry about the windows once I've got the pews inside. So to start, and the doors obviously we'll put in later. I was watching a video the other day from Avamance, who just, you know, somebody said build a house here, and he just got a load of stuff and he built a house from scratch on the fly. Brilliant. And at the end of it, it looked brilliant, it looked fantastic, and I struggle with building, so hopefully this won't look too bad. I'm beginning to think this might not be wide enough now. What do you reckon? Should I go one wider on either side, do you think? Or is it just because I've got it too long? I mean, it's got to be in keeping with the rest of the buildings on the side. I mean, the saloon's not massive, although it is bigger than the church. Maybe, yeah, I'll go another one wide. I'll go out another one. Yeah, I will do. Okay, so I've widened it and I've got the main box in, but I'm thinking it's looking very bland, isn't it? It's looking very boring, so I'm just going to whip out the bottom. I'm going to replace it with some cobblestone. Which already breaks it up a little bit, makes it look a little bit better. Can I make that look any better by using a bit of normal stone in there as well? Or is that just going to complicate it and make it look a bit pants? What I need is a bit of andesite. I bet I've got no andesite knocking about here. Oh, there's a bit of andesite. Let's lob a bit of this stuff in, see what this looks like. Yeah, okay, it's a bit different. Yeah, I'm liking that. I've pulled the front out a little bit because I want to put a bit of a foyer on the front of it. It's probably going to come out a couple of blocks, a couple of 3 maybe. Yeah, so we'll have, is that too far? Maybe that's one too far. Just a little bit in there so we can put a bit of an entrance on it. But I want to stick a bit of, I don't know if I've got any more spruce. I better have. So if I put some spruce there, oh come on. And a bit of spruce here. Maybe have some windows in there. What I want is yellow windows. Whenever I've watched the old movies, the windows in the westerns seem to be like dirty, don't they? They seem to have like a dirty effect to them. So I'm going to try and replicate that using a bit of yellow glass, yellow panes. I'm hoping it'll look okay with the rest of the wood and stuff. Yeah, I don't mind that. And obviously there's going to be the roof here, and I want it to be like an apex, an A-framed roof, but I don't want it to be basically triangular. I want to extend it up a little bit. And again, Avamance gave me some ideas on this the other day on his video on how to do this. So hopefully I'm going to do it justice. But if you do, we start off like that, and then have that there, that there, that there, and then that, and then that. I'm going to say that a lot for the next 5 minutes or so. That, and then that. How far across are we now? One more. Then that. Let's just lob that on just for the sake of it. Does that look like too much like a barn? I'm not sure about the. It looks a little bit like a barn, doesn't it? Let's try it on this side without the little curly bit at the top. Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind that. And then we'll put a bit of a wall on the inside of it. If I put the inside out of just plain wood. Okay, so I've done a bit of changing around, and I've... can I pick that up? Yes, I can. So I've pulled the front out, replaced the upside down stairs with planks, and I think that looks much better. And I've also lowered that little bit there, that piece there. I brought that down one to make the roof overhang, and I think that again made it look. It's made it look better. And I've put a porch, a foyer on the front of it. Don't know about those at the moment. Those pillars, maybe. What do you reckon? We'll leave them there for the time being. Put a door on. So I think I think we've got the makings of it. I'm going to run a roof all the way down the length of the building now, and then at the front I'm going to put a bit of a bell tower. So I'm going to have to get up there and dig out a bit more of the roof, a bit more of the ceiling. I hope I'm not too close to the top. I shouldn't be. I'm at level 23 now, so I should have plenty of room above there. I've built nothing above it, so whatever's above there is expendable. So I'll stick the rest of the roof on, and then we'll have a look. Right, I've had another change of heart, surprisingly, and I've decided to whip out of... It was looking a little bit too barn-like, and I wasn't happy with it. The overhang of the roof made it, to me, just made it look like a barn, and I didn't like it. So I've raised these back up to where they were to start with, and I've taken off the overhang, and I think that looks better. I think that looks quite a bit better. Yeah. So I'll do this side, and then we'll have a look at the inside. So the roof's on, and it's starting to take shape. I'm starting to be more pleased with it. So what I need to do now is whip out the floor in here and replace it with a bit of wood. I think we'll have a bit of spruce running straight down the middle actually. And then if we have oak on the outside, I want the pews to start one in. So I want the pews to start here. Pews there, and then maybe spruce there, and then another pew, and then some more spruce, and I think 3 rows of pews is going to be enough. It's a small town, it's a small church. Yeah, and then another row of spruce. In fairness, that just makes it look like it's got an entire spruce floor, doesn't it? Okay, it'll have to do. Yeah, okay. And then we could start having a bit of oak. My goodness, my block placement's awful. Doesn't help that I'm doing it in the dark. But you guys are cursing me, aren't you? Frilioth, you're doing that in the dark. Yeah, I know I am. I'm sorry. Put a bit of light there for the time being. They're going to come out for windows. I think I'm going to have the windows above here. Big old yellow windows. But we've got a bit of light to start with. Now, I want a bit of a stage for the parson, the preacher. What would he be, parson? To be on. So he's going to have to be up a few blocks. And he's going to need a little room behind here to get changed in. I think it's not going to be a big room, but I'm going to put a room in here nevertheless. And I'm going to be using, and I bet I don't have any stone brick. Sorry, not stone brick, cobblestone walls. I'm going to be using, and I can't remember how to make cobblestone walls. There it is. Going to be using an enchanting table, which I'm going to stick here to, you know, make it look like it's got somewhere to read from. And I think I'm going to have a couple of stone pillars there, stone fences there and there, bit of light on them. Let me run. I don't have a spare one. Let me run back to my enchanting room and dig out my enchanting book table, and I'll bring it back and stick it there, and we'll have a look at it. Right, so I've got my enchanting table, and I think that will go there. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Need to eat something though, don't I? So if we whip these out, is that going to be too big, or is that going to be about right? Can't believe that. Have I used all my yellow glass? Now, do I want different coloured glass down there? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Should I have a different coloured glass down here? Like a stained glass effect? I'm not so sure myself. However, I'm always open to suggestions. Yeah. I think a bit of light on the other side of that cross won't go amiss either. Have I messed it up there? Oh, that's interesting. What have I done there? Time to get a bit of scaffolding out and have a look. Oh, I've got that block in there where I don't really need that, do I? What I want to do, I'll do it while I'm thinking about it. Have I got enough stairs? Yes, I have. What I want to do is I want to mess about with some stairs here. So I want to put that sort of on the inside of it to give it a more angular look on the inside. I can't do it at the edges, but I can certainly do it just here. I can't do it that way around, can I? Yeah, that gives it a much better look. I like that. Okay, so I've just gone ahead and done quite a bit of it because I'm conscious that you guys are probably getting bored of me stumbling about trying to build this thing. So I've built it. I went ahead and did it. I've got my pews in, got my windows in, got my pew in, got my I don't even know what this is called, altar. Got the altar in. I've got a little room for the priest or the parson to get changed, and then you go out the back. I'm probably going to have some kind of cemetery thing back here. I'll have a couple of graves in it. Maybe. Seems a shame not to. Yeah, we can do that later on. Let me just run and make a couple of doors. Couple of doors for here. I think these will do, won't they? We'll have them hinging that way. Hinging that way. And we want this on this side. Like that. Stick a window in there, shall we? Can we see anything? Yeah, we can. Brilliant. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with that. What I need to do finally is stick my bell tower up there. So we're going to have a couple of those posts running up out the ceiling, have a little balcony, a little roof over the top of it, some fences on it, and that can be where the bell gets rung for Sunday Mass, and it can also be where the sharpshooter stands when the banditos come to the village. You know, there's always a guy up on one of the bell towers that falls off. He always falls through the rails, doesn't he, and slides down the church and ends up on the floor. I'm whistling the theme tune to the Magnificent Seven in my head now because that's brilliant. So I'm going to just run up there and do that. I know I keep jump cutting, I'm sorry, but you don't want to see me build because I'm bad at it. So I'm going to build the bell tower back in a minute. Righty, here it is in all its glory, and I'm not unhappy with it. If I'm being honest, I don't think it looks too bad at all. Can we get up there and have a look at that? The old gun tower. Oh, wrong one. Wrong block in my hand. So we've got the bell tower at the top with a bit of glowstone in it. Give it a bit of light up there. And as I say, the old sharpshooters can stand up the top and do whatever they've got to do against the old Injuns. And out the back, oh, that's down the side anyway. It's looking a little plain. I might have to do something about it. At the moment, I don't know what to do with it. So any suggestions would be appreciated. I'm going to stick a few cactus in here as well. The problem is, and I've had to do it there, I've had to put the cacti onto sand, because if I don't, they don't walk into the cactus intentionally themselves. But if one stood next to it, another one's just going to walk up and push him into the cactus, and it's happened before. so I've had to put them on top of sand to stop them from killing each other, really, which is a problem. But I can't put, I can't decorate this up using greenery or anything like that with flowers and stuff, because it's the Wild West. I mean, you don't see flowers in the Wild West, do you? Oh, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. So it's a little bit plain. I need to do something with it. Your help is much appreciated. Out the back we've got Boot Hill, which is not on a hill. A couple of graves. A couple of freshly dug graves, because there's bound to be a bit of action this weekend when the old gulping whiskey starts flowing in the saloon. But anyway, that's my church done, and I'm sure you're happy I finished it. My goodness, that was hard work. Inside, we've already seen it. It's not changed. We've got the back room where the priest gets changed. I've said that a million times. The ceiling now has some upside down stairs on it to give it the effect of being a ceiling and not just a load of blocks stuck on top of each other. A few crosses at the end. I might put a bit of art in here. I know there's a painting that's got a picture of an angel on it, so maybe I'll get an angel picture in here. I'll mess about with the pictures. Again, let me know what you think about stained glass, because I'm not so sure. But that'll do for the building. Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to call it a day for today then, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. It's been brilliant having you along as usual. If you have enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you... excuse me. Can't you see I'm busy? If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to leave it a like, and if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future videos. This is Frilioth, and I'm out of here.